The fitness industry is really good at selling you new programs, new supplements, new exercises, new routines every week. And honestly, I fell for it too, especially when I first started. I was so overstimulated with information that half of it contradicted itself. And let's not forget trying every diet under the sun. It's overwhelming by design, and if we're being honest, they complicate it on purpose. Because if you're confused, unsure, overwhelmed, that's their selling point. That's where you consistently keep getting set back. Because you fall for the shortcuts, you fall for the magic supplement that's just gonna get rid of all your problems. When in reality, we know that's not true. And I know it creates confusion, and I want to get rid of that confusion for you today and show you how simple fitness actually is and how training 3 to 4 times per week for 45 minutes to an hour can work and will work. Because like other people, you don't live in the gym. Your life isn't revolved around fitness. You have a career, you have a fiance, you have things that you want to accomplish. And I want to show you that you don't need to live in the gym to be able to actually attain it, even though that's what the industry is trying to shove into your face. You guys have to understand this. It's $1 billion industry, and soon it will probably be $1 trillion industry, because shortcuts will always be at the top of people's minds. And we know that they don't work. So people keep buying, trying to find what does, which creates an endless loop. The loop makes fitness feel complicated, validates excuses, but in reality, it's simple. It's always been simple. And my goal in this video is to show you what actually matters when it comes to getting jacked without spending 2 hours in the gym and still being able to be in the best shape of your life. Let's start with how many times per week you should actually be training. For most people, 3 to 4 times per week is more than enough. I'd aim for 4 if your schedule allows it, because it gives you flexibility. If life happens, you miss a day, you're still hitting 3 solid sessions. It also gives you gym experience. The more you show up, the better you tend to get. And as you progress, you'll realize that doing less with more intent will always be your best bet. It's like when people go searching for more workouts. We all know they don't need more workouts. What they actually need is to do the workouts they know better. Better form, better technique. And when you combine that with training 3 to 4 times per week, using moderate set and rep ranges, progressively pushing yourself and giving your body enough rest, that's what actually drives growth. It's not chasing a pump, it's not shocking the muscle, and it's definitely not about a 2-hour arm day. Real progress looks like this. You look at your seated shoulder press and realize, I used to struggle with 1 plate on each side for 8 reps. And now I'm doing 2, almost 3 plates for 8 to 10 reps with control. That's what growth in the gym actually looks like. So ensure your lifts are actually going up. Don't just keep repping and pushing the same weight around, especially if it's not challenging you. Get a sweat in. Even though sweat, soreness aren't necessarily metrics of progress, intensity is, but still having that mindset to say I'm going to push myself today is key. If you're just starting out, or even if you've already been going, I'll dial it back from what you see on social media. It doesn't have to be 5 or 6 or 30, 90. 3 to 4 is more than enough. Because understand, most of us work. Most of you don't sleep 8 to 10 hours every night. Most of you have kids. Some of you are in school. Some are stressed on a daily basis. And all these things matter, guys. When you ignore these factors and jump into a 5 to 6 day routine, training becomes chaotic and progress stalls. It's like the people you see doing 30-day challenges, 90-day challenges. Bro, if you ever see that, run. Because that's way too much. That's not enough rest. And you're essentially setting yourself up for burnout. Not the good kind. I'm saying this from experience, both personally and from coaching thousands of people. Simple is better, I promise you. Doing less with more intent is the gold standard you should aim for. Because in reality, let's be honest, you're not training to be a bodybuilder or the next bikini model. Most of you are training for health and longevity. Training 3 to 4 times per week with adequate rest will get you there, I promise. And if you can, add in daily walks, or at least aim for 6 to 10K steps per day or every other day. It's a great way to keep your mental in check, reduce overall stress, stay lean without complex cardio or HIIT workouts. It's low intensity, but when done consistently, it can provide some amazing results. Up next, I want you to stop chasing diets and just clean up your eating. For a lot of you, it's not that you're eating too much, it's the quality of food that's holding you back. And for others, it's actually not eating enough, which is why you feel weak and aren't growing. Think about it. When I was training people at my peak and coaching 70 clients, about half of the people who came to me weren't seeing progress because they simply weren't eating enough, and the other half needed better quality food. And once they made a few minor changes to their diet, everything changed. For example, if most of your diet is junked, start by improving the quality. Instead of eating out, grabbing Starbucks for breakfast, make something simple. Eggs with turkey bacon, a smoothie with a scoop of protein powder. You'll have more energy, stay fuller longer, and the same applies to lunch and dinner. Improving food quality and eating more whole foods will fix overeating and binge eating for most people. Processed foods go right through you. Whole foods don't. Foods like rice, eggs, pasta, potatoes, vegetables, fruits digest more slowly, helping you, again, feel fuller longer. Sorry to sound redundant, but it's true. And for those of you who are under eating, which is a lot of people, usually skip breakfast, work all day, and then eat one big meal at night. If you want to see progress, you need to eat more, and it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to track everything, just plan ahead. If lunch is always a headache, prep 3 to 4 meals for the week, or find a reliable spot that has some good food that's within your budget. Eating more and giving your body the nutrients it needs puts you in a position to actually grow. You don't need AI tracking app. Let's be honest, most of them are bullshit. How is an app supposed to know how much oil you use from a picture? It can't. How much rice is actually on your plate? It can't tell that either. I track my food, but I do it from scratch because I actually know how to track. And I'm not even telling you to do that because most people, it just leads to them being overwhelmed. And I don't want that for you. Unless your goal is to step on stage and compete, yeah, you're gonna need to track. But for most of you, you don't. Just dial in, eat more whole foods, and just making those small changes can automatically put your body in a position where it starts to lean out while you train, responds better when it comes to muscle growth, and it also helps you avoid the constant hunger and mental battle that usually comes for eating mostly processed foods. I'll be making a full day of eating videos soon to give you a clear picture of what this can actually look like in real life. As we move on, we need to talk about a few things that most people overlook: water, sleep, and sunlight. Hydration matters more than people realize. Your muscles are mostly water. Your joints rely on it. Even your energy levels and focus in the gym depend on it. When you're underhydrated, performance drops, recovery slows down, and your workouts feels harder than it needs to be. So staying properly hydrated will support your strength, will give you more endurance, will help with your digestion, will help with your overall recovery without adding any complexity. And yes, it's really that simple. Either buy a large water jug, keep it in your car, bring it with you everywhere you go, or set timers or reminders on your phone to drink more water. Whatever works for you, just improve your water intake. And next, sunlight. Oh my god, this plays a huge role. And I highly recommend when you wake up in the morning, especially if you live in the South, like I do right now, just step outside, get a breath of fresh air. Getting outside even briefly helps regulate your circadian rhythm, supports vitamin D levels, improves sleep quality. It's a great way to signal your body to wake up and feel energized. And for guys especially, more sunlight can support healthy testosterone levels, which improves a lot of things. Without enough sleep, you will feel slow, sluggish, workouts will suffer, recovery will take a hit, cognitive function will decline, and your overall day just feels harder. Sleep is crucial. It's common sense, but it's not commonly practiced, unfortunately. I mentioned this in my last video, but when you wake up already tired, that's exactly why it's hard to get into the gym, even convincing yourself to train. From the moment you wake up, you're already fighting fatigue, and that's a battle you won't win. So clean up your sleep routine. With phones, most people go to bed, scroll for 1 to 2 hours until the phone falls on their faces, or worse, they sleep on it, waking up with an imprint on their cheek. I would highly recommend leaving it in the other room, which I've been doing, and it's been helping a whole lot, or at least building the discipline to put it down and say no. You don't grow in the gym, you grow when you recover. Poor sleep will affect your hormone balances, will affect your muscle repair, will affect your ability to lose fat, your mood, and your motivation. You can train perfectly, eat well, but if your sleep is consistently bad, your progress will stall. Prioritizing sleep doesn't mean being perfect, it just means being intentional. Go to bed a little earlier. Keep a consistent schedule. Treat rest as part of the program, not an afterthought. When you combine consistent training, better food quality, enough water, daily movement, solid sleep, that's when fitness becomes sustainable. Not extreme, not complicated, just simple. And I want you to really listen. Everything I laid out here is stuff you already know, but you probably aren't doing consistently. But I promise you, if and when you commit to these basics for more than 2 weeks, You will see faster results than constantly stopping and chasing something more complicated and fancier. Stick to the basics. It will change your life and completely change your approach to fitness. And if you ever need help or want expert guidance, reach out to me below via email. I'm always happy to help.